Hello and happy Saturday, you guys. Okay, not sure if it said what I'm going to be talking about, so I'll have to edit that. But I'm going to talk about post-illness recovery and your home reset. I had a couple people message and asking, what would you do if your family was just getting over the stomach flu? What would you do in your home? And so we're going to talk about that. So I'm not going to necessarily be talking so much about wellness pieces that you can add when you are sick, although we will touch on that. But this is kind of like, what do you do in your home in order to keep from everybody else getting it, right? So there are a few things that I have learned over the years, and I want to share them with you. So don't worry if you can't watch this right now. This will be here on my profile. You can watch it anytime. I will also share it in my stories and save it in a highlight. If you can't watch now, just know I'm going to have some links to some of the things that I'm talking about so that you can read some of the studies that I reference, and you'll have all of that. So I'll share that in a little bit. So as people hop on, I'm talking about post-illness recovery and your home reset, okay? So if you are one of the families that is unfortunately experiencing influenza A, or you have just had the crud, there's like all kinds of versions. Sorry, I feel like my hair is just, it's got a mind of its own today. But there's just so much going around, right? And so I want to touch on a few things that you, as the homemaker, can do in your home to help keep things subsided a bit, right? And so some of these things may be new to you and some may not be, but I'm sure the first one is not going to be new to you, but it is deep clean surfaces. So after the plague has passed you, right? But I would say from the onset of any kind of illness, whether it is a stomach flu or a respiratory issue or, just an average cold, we want to be spraying surfaces and doing that. So for me, my trusty cleaner that I use is my Thieves household cleaner. So it is good for nearly every single surface: counters, floors, mirrors, glass. I've used it to clean carpet. So, and it's a concentrate, and that makes it beautiful because you can dilute it however you want. You can make it really strong or you can make it a little bit less. It's totally up to you what you want to do. So that is one. It works on every single surface. I've been confident that's the only way that I've used it, is just mix it up in a spray bottle and then I'm good to go. I will spray counters, door handles, light fixtures, any kind of surface that people will have, wanting to touch with their hands after they've done all of the other things, right? So, but if you are like, Thieves cleaner, is it really going to disinfect? Is it really going to, do what I want it to do? I can't tell you. It's a disinfectant. The FDA doesn't want me to tell you that. So I'm not. I will tell you, if you look up the individual oils that are in Thieves cleaner, you will be surprised how effective they are on things. So for me, that's good enough. But if you wanted to add a little punch, you can add some hydrogen peroxide, just like a cap or so, into your bottle of cleaner, and it kind of gives it even more of a boost. So that's what you could do with that. So if you have a different type of cleaner that you feel comfortable using, that's fine, great. For me, we don't use bleach in my house. We don't use it at all. It is not good for me as somebody that was recovering. I've recovered from an autoimmune issue. I keep all kinds of toxic things out, because when you're introducing any kind of toxic scents or anything that you would use, that would touch your hands, your body's having to work overdrive to get those out. So that's it. So the areas that you would focus on most with cleaning, right? Where do we spend a lot of time when we're not feeling well? The bathroom. So obviously the toilet area, the toilet flush handle, sink faucets, around the sink, counters, all of that. And then also, I talk about washing bedding, but hand towels in the bathroom, okay? So it may be, if things are running rampant in your home, you may want to just have either washable one-use towels, so the cotton cleaning rags that I love, and I can link to those too. Those would be great, one-time use. Somebody washes their hands, you want to be using a great soap. We use Thieves soap in our home, but that warm water and that soap is going to be what is really effective on your hands. But if you have something that's residue on your hand, having something that wipe and it's a one-time use, not a hand towel that's staying in your bathroom so that it can keep making everybody, it's contagious. Everybody touches it and then it just kind of keeps going, right? So, okay, so that was deep clean surfaces. That is number one. Have a very effective and easy cleaner that you can use. So the second one is daily pillowcase changing, and hopefully you don't have to change your bedding every day depending on what kind of bodily fluids end up coming. But if that's the case and you have the ability to wash sheets, I would say that is a really effective way to kind of cut down on those germs. So, but in any event, change pillowcases every single day and take that laundry. I wash it separate in a great non-toxic detergent, in hot water, friends. Hot water is really what you want to be using. Detergent is great, but it's the hot water that is going to be really effective in killing any kind of germs and stuff that is going to be contagious. So why I like to use like a plant-based or a safe detergent, when you're using products with synthetic fragrances, synthetic ingredients in them, endocrine disruptors, your body is getting flooded with things it doesn't know how to get rid of and detox. And so if your body is already kind of down because the immune system is being attacked, then that just adds more stress. It's going to take longer for your body to be able to fight back and recover. So I would encourage you, if you're not using a safe detergent, that I would look at what that could look like for you. So, okay, so I talked about that. With those pillowcases, make sure blankets, things like that people are cuddled up with, those get washed regularly too. So those are things that you're going to want to just be aware of, right? And it's time that you're going to be doing a lot of laundry, especially like pajamas, things that people are sitting in. Don't let somebody wear the same pair of pajamas for like 2 or 3 days, because we want clean stuff. We don't want things to continue, right? Infecting everybody. So another one, which if you have, it's not as easy to move everybody to wash hands, have a hand sanitizer. This Thieves hand sanitizer does not have alcohol in it, which is amazing because that is so drying for your skin. So that is really helpful. Okay, the next one, this one might be a surprise too, is your toothbrush. So if you are sick, I would highly encourage you to be either soaking it in hot water every time after you have brushed your teeth, or you can run it through the dishwasher if you really want the easy button. Boil a little water, put it in a mug, and then put your toothbrush in there. That's another way that you can do it. I have this little Thieves spray, which is really handy for those kind of things. I would just spray it right on my toothbrush, and then, hey, Milo, stop. I knew a dog was going to do that. Hang on just a second. No, go on. There's no barking. That's real life, friends. Real life, right? So, okay, so the toothbrush, you want to do that. And also any kind of personal items that you're using on a regular basis like that. You can run them through the dishwasher, like I said, super easy. So, but toothbrush is a big one. So, okay, then have a couple tips that I've talked about these before, but if you are new or maybe you're just watching this for the first time, hey, no, I knew this was going to happen. Upstairs, there's no barking down here. Go on. Nothing like a live video, friends. Okay, this next one, like I said, I've talked about this before, but maybe you're watching this and you're a first timer. So it is supporting air quality and reducing germ spread. So there's a couple ways that we can do this. So running a humidifier. See, there is one of mine right there, and I have another one just around the corner. So running a humidifier, and if you're maintaining between 40 and 60% humidity, can help keep viruses at bay. So this is good for preemptive, but even when you have somebody in your home who's sick, that is definitely something that you want to be doing. So I love this particular humidifier because it's easy to take apart and clean well. You do not want a humidifier that you're unable to clean because mold and residue is going to be accumulating in there, and then that is going to be, you're just going to be spewing that all over in your home. So I have that humidifier, which I love. And then the other one is to diffuse essential oils. So I have one little diffuser going right there. I have several in my home. There's so many different models, but here is something that I want you to know. Diffusing essential oils, I can't tell you exactly what they do, but I've got a great study. I will scoot over some of the details here, but you can go and look at the study that I'm going to reference. So there was a study at Weber State University that showed a 99.9% kill rate against airborne bacteria after just 10 minutes of diffusing Thieves essential oil. So this is our beloved Thieves. Young Living's Thieves, it is the original. A lot of people have tried to copycat it, but Thieves is amazing. So, and then there's another study with a 90% reduction in bacteria after 12 minutes of diffusing. So I have the link to that study. I'm happy to share it with you. You can just comment the word tips. I'm going to send you links to some of these things, and you can research some of that on your own. But humidity and diffusing are going to be your friend, whether you're dealing with a respiratory, a stomach bug, it doesn't matter. Super effective. So, okay, we're moving on to specific with stomach bug. If you do not have activated charcoal in your home at all times, I encourage you better get some today, because the time that you need it is not the time you want to be running out to find it, okay? So what is so great about activated charcoal? So I will also say we never travel on any trip without this. So activated charcoal is great for stomach issues. It helps bind toxins in your digestive tract and get them out of your system. So obviously, if you even just get food poisoning, but if you have a stomach bug, you want to bind that and expel it out, right? So it's either going to come out that way or, this way. And so activated charcoal is great. It also eases bloating and gas and nausea. It reduces symptoms of diarrhea and helps with that food poisoning and also stomach flu recovery. So activated charcoal is your best friend. So always have it on hand. A few other recovery tips, as you know, whether you're in the midst or you're on the tail end, is hydration, right? We want to be hydrating. Things like Gatorade, not. I remember when I have older kids, I would give them Gatorade. Now I know there's colors, there's dyes, and there's other additives in those kind of drinks. No, that is not what I want to be giving my kids or myself to rehydrate my body if I am in that situation. So have a great electrolyte. So I have a link to some of these electrolyte powders. I have an electrolyte capsule that you can simply take as well. So want to be rehydrating the body. And also herbal teas, another great way to keep that flooding in the body. Obviously rest and nourishment, we know that, right? Having whole foods when your body can tolerate that, giving your body good nutrition, that's how it's going to heal, right? It's not going to heal on Doritos and Cheez-Its or, those kind of things, really giving whole food. And then another tip is do separate laundry. So like I said, wash your sheets, hot water. Towels, hot water. So could you combine towels and sheets together? Sure you could, but the key is that you want to be using hot water. So just some of your clothing and that you may not want to combine together. And then obviously that hand washing, right? That is ultimately one of the most powerful weapons that you have when you are trying to keep other people from getting sick, is washing hands. Second would be a hand sanitizer that is going to be effective if you've got people that can't get to water to actually wash their hands. That is going to be really effective as well. So a rundown really quick. I'll just go through these again. But again, if you're just joining, you can scroll back and watch the beginning, and you can comment the word tips for some links to the humidifier that I love. It is amazing. If you don't have any Thieves cleaner and you're curious, you can comment tips and I will send you information about that and a link to all of the other things that I've talked about here. So, but first of all, deep clean surfaces with a powerful cleaner. You want to be changing your pillowcase at least every single day. Any blankets and things like that, bedding that you are around, if you can wash that in hot water as much as possible, that is also going to be helpful. The toothbrush, get that in boiling water or use Thieves spray on that is going to be really effective. That humidity and diffusing oils, remember, I've got links to those studies. That activated charcoal, do not be without it, friends. And then hydrating with a good electrolyte, not one that's full of colors and things like that. You don't want that. So, all right, friends, that's what I got for you. I know I received so many messages from so many of you that said, yes, I'm in the middle of it, or we just are at the tail end. I want to know what to do. And I would say, spray all of the surfaces with your Thieves cleaner and wipe. And that's one of the things that I love about having this cleaner, is that I'm doing this on a regular basis anyway, and so it's really easy, and it's safe for kiddos to help out with that as well. So let them go and spray and wipe and have a good time, because it's safe for them to use as well. So I hope that was helpful. Comment if something was new to you that maybe you learned. And again, it's here for the replay. You can watch it and I will share it in my stories. And again, comment the word tips if you want links to anything that I shared today. All right.